Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is November 18th, 2023, and it's reported that Barcelona are considering recalling Pablo Torre from loan. Also, Girona's director has confirmed Barcelona's interest in Savinho. And finally, both Inigo Martinez and Gerard Pique have confirmed their full trust in Xavi Hernandez as Barcelona's coach. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way in helping this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the give back. And if you are looking for any sports bets or to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the bet us. Both links are down below in the description. Now, I'll begin with a little update about the Spotify Camp Nou, which is undergoing major renovation under the Espai Barca project. And as I reported before, the Espai Barca project will cost 1.5 billion euros, which Barcelona have borrowed from a total of 20 investors, with Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan being the two biggest investors. Now, the Spotify Camp Nou's construction has already begun because the phase 1, which demolition phase, has already ended, with construction crews completely removing the third tier of the stadium. And now they have began building the new foundation and the new structure in order to add the new third tier, which will also have a roof over the Spotify Camp Nou. Now, Barcelona so far have spent 200 million euros on the demolition and on the building of the foundation for the new third tier of the Spotify Camp Nou. And there are 960 million euros remaining that will cost, or that will go towards the rebuilding of the stadium, with 200 million euros being set aside until 2027, which will go for the complete building and renovation of the Palau Blaugrana, which does host the basketball and the hockey games. Now, one good thing that has been revealed about the Espai Barca project is that Barcelona, in their contract with the construction company Limac, signed a clause which states that the stadium will only cost the 1.1 billion euros in order to renovate. So the cost is not gonna go above that. So even if the construction company does end up going above budget, it's not gonna come out of Barcelona's pocket, which is of course great news, because as I mentioned in a previous video, the Santiago Bernabeu is currently way over budget, where they had originally budgeted 700 million euros for its renovation, and they're currently approaching the 1.5 billion euros. Now, the Spotify Camp Nou will be completed in 2026, with the team returning to play matches in the Spotify Camp Nou in the season 2024-2025, with the expected return of the first team being November of next year. Now, on to the news that Barcelona are currently considering recalling Pablo Torre from loan. Now, Barcelona signed Pablo Torre from the second division team, Racing de Santander, and there was a lot of expectation out of this youngster because he is a very talented midfielder, but unfortunately, lack of discipline saw Pablo Torre not playing or not getting enough playing time with the first team. And also, despite Barcelona wanting him to go back down to the Barca Athletic so he can continue playing and developing, the player refused on several occasions. So Barcelona was left without any other options but to send the player to Girona on loan so he can get more playing time and he can continue his growth and development. Ever since Pablo Torre's arrival in Girona, he has not been getting much playing time, where he has not started a single match this season and has only accumulated 120 minutes of play time. And therefore, it's reported that Barcelona are currently considering recalling the player in January transfer market so they can send him out on loan to a different club so he can continue getting the playing time that he needs. Because after all, Pablo Torre is in that critical stage of his career where he needs to be playing in order to keep growing and development. Now, it's reported that Bojan Krkic, who did join Barcelona this summer and whose job is to track the players who are currently on loan, has asked for more patience for Pablo Torre and is currently investigating why Pablo Torre is not getting much playing time. But despite that, Barcelona are still considering that option of recalling Pablo Torre in the winter transfer market. But of course, in order for this to happen, Barcelona, Girona, and whichever club would take Pablo Torre on loan all three of them have to come to agreement. Now, speaking of Girona, Girona's director has confirmed Barcelona's interest in Savinho. Now, I reported about this in a previous video where it was reported that Deco was tracking Savinho, who is the left winger of Girona, a Brazilian player who is 19 years old and who's currently on loan from the French team Troyes for an entire season with Girona. And while this was confirmed today by Girona's director, who said, "To be told that Deco likes one of your players makes you very proud. It already happened to us last season with Oriol Romeu. But our objective is to retain these players because changing the whole squad is difficult." Now, Barcelona are interested in Savinho because he's that kind of winger that fits the profile of Barcelona. Someone who's fast, who can win 1v1s, who has good dribbling skills, who can provide assists, but also has a good goal scoring record. And Savinho has been having a phenomenal season with Girona, which is why he caught the attention of Barcelona. Now, despite Barcelona's interest in signing Savinho, it's going to be extremely difficult to sign the Brazilian player because after all, he is on loan from Troyes, and both Troyes and Girona are part of the City Group, which are the owners of Manchester City, and the CEO of the City Group, whose name is Soriano, has confirmed his intention to keep Savinho within the structure or within the family of clubs that are owned by the City Group. Now, on to the news that Ino Martinez recently gave an interesting interview where he discussed a myriad of topics, and one of them was whether he approved of Xavi's tactics or not. And Inigo Martinez began his interview by expressing his total happiness to be in Barcelona, and he also expressed his gratitude to Xavi Hernandez for giving him a chance and allowing him to play in the first team. Now, in regards to his gratitude to Xavi, Inigo Martinez said, "Without the coach's approval, you don't make it in these teams. From the first minute I spoke to him, he always showed his confidence in me. He wanted me in the team, and I'm grateful. I have to repay the coach for everything he has done for me on the pitch, which is where it matters." Now, Inigo Martinez was asked about whether Xavi Hernandez is the right coach for Barcelona, and in regards to that, Inigo Martinez said, "I don't think it's that difficult. There have been situations in which, due to unnecessary mistakes on our part, we conceded a goal in 20 seconds, like against Alaves. I repeat, these are small adjustments that we need to improve, especially in terms of attention. We hope to turn it around quickly, but it's important to be together, to fight for the same thing and in the same direction. That's what will win us titles. Nobody doubts his level of commitment, how good a coach he is. He has been a great player, and he will be a great coach too. Last year went well, and we're going for more. That's the goal. When Xavi has to speak out, he does. No doubt about it. He's a great coach. Nobody doubts that. He needs to be supported at all times, and the situation will change." So Inigo Martinez expressing total confidence in Xavi as a coach and stating that the reason why the team has been underperforming was due to several mistakes on behalf of the players, and that they're all small adjustments, and once they are realized, Inigo Martinez believes that the team will improve and will get back on track to winning titles. Now, Inigo Martinez was asked about the statements from Ilkay Gundogan after the loss to Real Madrid in the Clásico match. And in regards to that, Inigo Martinez said, "We all knew what he meant and none of us felt singled out. The next day we talked about it. It was just a hot flash because we lost against Madrid. It's all sorted out. There's a good feeling. There's no problem between us, and we want to win the games." Inigo Martinez clarifying that there's absolutely no bad animosity within the locker room or towards Ilkay Gundogan after his statements after the match in the Clásico match against Real Madrid. Because as you might recall, the media did blow these things out of proportion. It made it seem like there was drama and that the locker room was fractured after Ilkay Gundogan's statement. So Inigo Martinez making it clear that those reports are completely false, that there was absolutely nothing taken out of context, that everybody understood what Ilkay Gundogan meant with his statements, that they all talked about it, and everybody has moved on. Now, Inigo Martinez is not the only one to express his confidence with Xavi Hernandez, and Gerard Piqué in a recent interview also expressed his confidence in Xavi as Barcelona's coach when he said, "The way we're playing is not what you'd expect when you see Barca. It's the same as always. The demands are maximum at this club, and although the results aren't too bad, the feelings aren't so good. We are in the month of November at the start of the season, alive in all competition, and there is still a long way to go. Teams that are very young have very positive things and others don't, but we are in good hands, both in terms of the present and the future with Xavi. In the preseason we made signings and the level of demand was set very high. That's why we all hope to be a little higher in the standings, but there's still a long way to go." So Gerard Piqué highlighting that it's still early in the season where Barcelona are alive in all competitions, the Champions League and La Liga, and of course the Copa del Rey, which has yet to begin for Barcelona. And Piqué also expressing his confidence in Xavi, both as a manager of Barcelona in the present and also in the future. But of course, I always do love to hear from you. Do you agree with Ino Martinez and Gerard Piqué's assessment of Xavi Hernandez as Barcelona's manager? Do you guys think Xavi will be able to turn things around and get this team playing well once again? Or do you guys think that Xavi Hernandez is not the coach that you expected? Please let me know down below in the comment section. That is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I'd like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.